like a wish list. You fighting a titan. I got a bullet in the chamber just ready to strike him. Check him off like a wish list. You fighting a titan. Yeah. I got a bullet in the chamber just ready to strike him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are here for your August 4th edition of discussing Dynamite. I am the Fat Man. We are here with my boy Needle Kane.
And Robert.
Well, say what's up, Needles.
What's up?
Robert.
What's up?
Joseph.
What's up, everybody?
We're here to discuss what just happened tonight on AEW Dynamite. So we opened up tonight with the third installment of the Trials of Jericho. I think that was the best way you could have started tonight's episode.
I don't know, man. That I just wasn't into that match at all.
Really?
I thought it was bad. I thought it was like the pacing.
Okay, well, I'm
bad.
not talking about the match itself. I'm talking about the hype of the match and what everybody was waiting for. Do you remember when they started an episode of Dynamite? I want to say it was Adam Page versus Kenny Omega.
Yes.
Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean with like a main event?
The main event
match.
level match.
Start hot.
It start hot. I think it was like that. Now, did they produce that? That's not what I'm saying. But with the hype and everything, I think that was the intention, was to start with a hot ass match.
With the hottest storyline going right now, or not really, not necessarily the hottest storyline, but one of the big storylines.
I mean, but so is the next labor is Wardlo?
Yeah.
But it's got MJF as ref.
down.
MJF as ref.
Yeah, but it's Wardlo, dude. Like, why?
Yeah.
I mean, you're essentially wrestling Wardlo and MJF in a handicap match.
To get to MJF.
Just to get to the fifth.
Oh, wow.
Okay, so are we doing the fifth trial is MJF, or does he have to beat the fifth trial to get to MJF?
That's what he said. He said when he was on announcing MJF, he said he is the fifth.
Okay.
So
I don't know, dude. I just feel like it's really anticlimactic with Wardlow being the next one. Like, I feel like they should have done Nick Gage last.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
yeah, that'd have been a huge pop.
Yeah, they could have juiced that for a couple weeks, and then I don't know, dude. It just seems like they've done these kind of fucking backwards.
Yeah.
A little bit. Definitely out of order.
Here. Now we're here.
What was the first labor?
Sean Spears in a chair match where he couldn't use a chair.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Chair versus no chair.
So in these labors, he's fought like half the inner circle or half the pinnacle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just hasn't fought Cash.
He will wind up fighting.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what is it? Wheeler's out now with a forearm injury.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He broke something.
Well,
They showed it, and it's like the hook, the ring hook just got him, and he fell, and yeah.
So
Okay, so after
Penguin is an AEW, but
while we're still talking about the Chris Jericho match, how he ended it with the juice effect off the top rope, that was pretty sick.
yes, yeah, that was definitely.
I gotta give him props on that one.
I mean, as far as top rope moves go, that Jericho can still do.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything fancy, but
Really, yeah.
it looked good. It looked good.
Yeah, whenever they made that stipulation about him having to do a top rope move, I was immediately worried, like real worried.
I was expecting the old school, just elbow up the top.
Right.
Well, you saw that in halfway through the match, he apparently got him into the wall or lion tamer.
Yes.
Off the top rope, and he was like, "Does that count? Would that count?"
Yeah.
But it looked more like they just slipped right off the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fell into it.
I'm pretty sure
The
Juice was fucked up.
Oh yeah. The worst part of the match for me was the fact that that Hoovy looked more gassed than Jericho, and he's always gassed now.
Yeah, like minutes in.
Yeah, he
was
like
not
done.
looking good. Yeah, he
making
was
a lot
definitely
with the
blowed up.
assist from the mat. He was on his back while he was flipping him over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that didn't look good.
But how humid is it out there? I mean, they're wrestling in Jacksonville outdoors again. It's probably like
Florida.
1,000% humidity. Yeah.
Dude, they were sweating before they even made it out the entrance.
That's not from the pyro.
Yeah.
Right. That's probably from all the cocaine that Juvie was doing back then.
You're gonna pay me in white, right?
You know what I mean? I told you I'd do this for no money. I didn't say shit about no cocaine.
Right.
So I got a question.
Okay.
What happened to Vicky Guerrero being El Idolo's confidant? They just like all of a sudden there's this dude in a
We got
suit.
a better Guerrero. We got a better Guerrero.
No! I'm talking about who's before that. Who's the dude in the suit? We never got his name. We don't know nothing. All we knew was Vicky's gone. Here's this guy, and then a week later we get Chavo Guerrero, which is great. I can't wait to see where this goes. But nonetheless, what happened?
That's probably the guy that's paying Hoovy, his wife. That's probably who that is.
Yeah. And I mean, I thought Vicky Guerrero was in a thing with Nyla Rose and shit. Didn't they just have a tag?
She's her manager.
Yeah, didn't they just have a tag match though?
Yeah. Yes.
Wasn't that a fucking thing?
Why are we having to say did Vicky Guerrero have a tag match in 2021?
Look, dude, I'm not writing this shit. All right.
Maybe we should. I mean,
I'm just asking fucking questions over here.
Anyway, so El Idolo's in AEW now, and for some reason he has to be best friends with the Lucha Bros.
Is that what
and he's gonna do whatever it takes to get.
He's calling them his little brothers.
Yeah.
He's having custom stop pack at the border. You know,
yeah.
Come on, man.
Calling them stretch limos and look how I hook you up.
He hooked you
You
up.
must love me.
So how much longer do you think Pac can keep the Lucha Bros on his side?
I mean, no, that's definitely gonna blow up in his fucking face.
Yeah.
Not. I'll give it a couple more weeks, maybe.
You know, I gotta be honest. I'd rather see Pac as a singles competitor. I always liked him as a singles competitor. And I think that's where he needs to be in the company. And I would not mind seeing... You know, I keep seeing these pictures of Santana and Ortiz, Diamantes, and somebody else, and they're like, it's the Puerto Rican connection. And Conan. But I'm like, that's a faction I'd love to see.
Is Conan Puerto Rican?
Oh, no. I don't believe so.
Right. That boy's Mexican, right?
yeah, he's Mexican.
But that's all, yeah.
Hey, man, look. If the leader of the
Latino
NAACP can be white, whatever.
He was the leader of the LWO. So.
Look, y'all are brown. Y'all explain it to me.
Yeah, let me know.
The Latin World Order.
Really? Yeah, right.
There it is.
I don't fucking know.
But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing El Idolo pick up the Lucha Bros and see where that goes. That's a thing. You know?
Oh, sorry.
I've always not been a fan of fucking
Factions.
racial factions.
Right.
I feel like it just sends.
Once again, LWO. That's all I'm gonna say.
Latin World Order. Yeah, I mean, we've already been there. We saw how well that.
And in this day and age, that's not the direction we need to go for sure.
Right.
But as far as the Pac statement you were saying, you were talking about him going solo. You got to remember it's AEW. Nobody's really solo in AEW.
And that's one reason I think he needs to go solo. I suggested,
same thing with Hangman.
I mean, he's solo, and I mean,
but
I guess
has he ever really been solo?
Well, apparently tonight he is because he broke up with the Dark Order.
And they didn't come save his ass.
Well, they tried, and we got we saw
Kazarian.
Well, no, but they tried.
Yeah, but I mean, was that more of a he just hates the elite thing?
Yeah.
Because he's the elite hunter now. That's
Yeah.
his name.
He's going all over wrestling promotions going after the elite, so that's his stick.
Speaking of the elite, did Christian say at the end of his promo that he was elite? Is that what he said?
I think he's just like saying that that they call themselves elite. They're not. He's elite.
Okay.
You know what I
set
mean?
the bar. You need to come up here type deal.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Like. Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna do any connection between him and the elite.
So how bad?
I wouldn't think so.
So I didn't get a chance to watch it. So tell me, how bad did 2.0 get murdered by? And 2.0 and Daniel Garcia, right? Yeah.
It was close for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, and then after that, they took over.
Yeah, because that's a Everrise. They literally
Yeah.
just got released from NXT. What, a month ago?
Not
Not long ago. It ain't
I
been.
want to say maybe
June sometime, I think.
45, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Might have been one of them might have been one of them half clause bills
Right.
again.
It ain't been 90 days. I know that. So. It was a pretty quick
Long
transition. I'm really
Garcia.
surprised.
Sorry.
I'm really surprised that that's the team that they picked. Out of all the people that got cut from NXT and shit, I'm surprised that they're the team that they picked up.
Well,
They seem real. Their attitude seems real young Bucky to me.
Well, I saw a couple posts today talking about how
You know what I mean?
one dude's like, this is his tryout for the Young Bucks.
Oh yeah.
but I mean, you know me, I don't watch too much NXT, and I had no clue who these guys are. I saw the promo they put out on social media today, calling out, John Moxley and them, and I was like,
well, didn't they do that? Didn't they do that last night on Elevation? Didn't they?
Or on Dark? Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah, it was on Dark, but I saw it today on social media. I didn't see Dark until just
right,
like a
me
couple
too.
hours ago.
Right.
But anyways, I saw that. And I'm like, who are these guys? I don't even know who they are, and they're putting them on Dynamite day one. I mean, I guess you would have to be that NXT fan to understand why they would, and I'm not that fan.
I mean, honestly, I'm an NXT fan, and I don't understand why they did it. Like,
fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't get it. Like, I didn't like them in NXT.
Not a whole lot.
They definitely didn't come in here and make a name for themselves. That's for sure.
Like, their backstage segments were supposed to be like funny, and they weren't. They were just real dry. Like, you could tell they were just like trying to be funny.
And you're right. That one kid has a very Janetti feel to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know exactly what you're saying. I'm picking up what you're selling.
Just like the young.
Yeah, the Janetti is never hard to spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So did y'all check the promo between Team Taz and Brian Cage and how this is all going to go down? Apparently, Brian Cage is just going to keep coming after Team Taz. How long are we going to have to watch this before we get to see Brian Cage actually do something solo for himself?
Hopefully fucking soon. Hopefully soon.
I really hope they don't play this out.
So I really liked the idea of Taz being Brian Cage's manager, and then they turned it into a faction.
And that's when I was out.
That's when I was kind of over it. Like, you can ask Robert. I'm a fucking huge fan of Taz, and I have been for I don't know 20-something years now. And I've enjoyed almost everything that he's ever done in wrestling. And he's been, he was misbooked as fuck in WWE. But and he's a great manager. He's great on commentary. Like, I think I think if it was just him and Brian Cage, that they could have been a very awesome thing along the lines of a real good, like, Bobby the Brain Heenan,
Paul Bearer, and Undertaker.
You know what I mean? Like a real nice, like, heel, real good. I don't know, man. It could have been really good. But they turned it into a faction because apparently that's AEW's formula. Is just give I think it's because their roster is so fucking heavy, and they're trying their best to get all these people on TV.
It's easier to write a story for a group instead of individuals, because then you bring 4 or 5 people into the story.
Yeah,
right. And, I mean, because if you think about it, a group of people is going to create little storylines amongst the group storylines and shit. So I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Do you think?
Especially when your roster's so big, but it gets irritating after a while.
Do you think
like,
maybe when we get Rampage, they're gonna thin that out some?
You're gonna have to.
Yeah, see, this is what we were talking about the other day. Is like, do you think that they're gonna do like a roster split?
Yeah.
No, but you're gonna have to thin it out, but you're also gonna have to keep a lot of the guys that were showing up on Dynamite, like the triple tag team match tonight. Those guys are gonna be staying on Dark. They're not gonna be on Dynamite, or probably not even on Rampage anymore, in my opinion.
Right.
That'll become a true developmental.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's what it needs to be. Like, they really need a good.
No, it does.
They need a good developmental system.
Well, like I told you, after I went and saw Dynamite when it was here in town, Tony Khan came out and was like, right before they started filming Dark Elevation, he said, "This is our performance center."
Our performance center.
Yeah, this is our performance center, not some building back in Jacksonville.
And a couple of people near me yelled out, "Yeah, and it shows."
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
And that's really the thing is, like, not a lot of these, like, dude, a lot of these cats can wrestle. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They've just never really been taught the fundamentals, and they don't know how to wrestle on TV. Which
they're not ready for TV.
That's a huge difference. Like being able to be camera ready.
Like some of them, there is potential. There is something there.
So much potential, dude. Their whole roster has infinite potential. But like I was telling Brady the last time I think we were reviewing about how people are fucking up with the hard cam now because it was moved for so long during the pandemic era shit towards the ramp. You know what I mean? So the hard cam was always there. People got used to doing their shit that way. Now it's switched back, and people are hitting the money shot like facing away.
They switched it back for today.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it happens. It happens a lot more in AEW.
Yeah.
I've noticed since they've gone back to live audiences than it did in WWE, but it was definitely happening in both of them. But that's just a fucking. I don't know, man. Like, I think they need a very strong developmental system, other than Dustin Rhodes working with the ladies. You know what I mean? Like, the Nightmare Factory really needs to be an actual thing that they're pumping people through.
Well, let's get some. Who do they have for? Anybody know who they have for coaches besides QT Marshall?
Is that even is that real or?
Kayfabe? I don't know anymore.
I want to say kayfabe, but
yeah, right. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if QC Marshall was a coach because he has been around for a long ass time, and the dude is a solid wrestler. I mean, you can't.
Right.
He's not exciting by any stretch of the word, but like he's a solid fucking wrestler.
Well, what's the old saying? Those that can't do teach. So usually it's like mid-card guys that never quite made it, but they got really good at everything.
Okay, well,
they just never got over.
We're picking up all these big names, all these veterans of the industry. Let's start handing down more knowledge. We got Christian in here that's been in here for a couple weeks, and all he's doing is feuding against Matt Hardy and his faction with Jungle Boy for some fucking reason.
He's been in a couple of months, and he's somehow 13-0 and the number 2 ranked guy for the company. I had heard a couple rumors that he might be replacing Hangman for the title against Omega. I don't know how true that is, but somebody's got to do it.
For the name thing, or
that battle royal that Christian and Jungle Boy ended up being the last two in. Jungle Boy ended up winning or whatever, and that was for that title shot.
Yeah,
I thought that was Christian's time. I figured that would, like, he was just new in. He was having a solid little run. I figured they should have gave it to him then, and then let him have the title shot, but not get the title, right?
Well, they're almost handicapped though, because remember though we discussed it because we were talking about how they're almost handicapped to the point where they can't just keep picking up guys from other companies and then just immediately pushing them towards the title.
Well, I hope after these most recent acquisitions, they're done with that. I mean, I don't want to see Bray Wyatt honestly come to AEW. I don't want to see Ric Flair. I don't want to, honestly, I don't see anybody else in WWE that I would really even want to be over here. Maybe the women, because we need a better women's division in AEW, and I think Ruby Soho, and the Iconics could definitely help out. They ain't gonna hurt. That's for sure.
I think Ruby Soho alone would be a strong addition to the roster because she could. I think she could really connect with all those ladies, and
okay. Before we get
to promos. All right.
Before we get to the women's division and what happened tonight, let's not gloss over Christian and Blade. They had a good match. It wasn't anything.
Christian won.
Yeah, Christian won. At least acknowledge it happened because it wasn't anything special. But after that, we got Dr. Britt Baker coming out for a promo.
Why is Red Velvet out there?
Why is Red Velvet?
Yeah.
Why is Red Velvet out there?
Why is a lot of things happening in AEW?
Should be on Dark. Like, honestly.
Yeah. Look, dude, I don't know if they decided, look, she finally hit that moonsault, and they were like, you know what, you did it. We're going to put you on the big show.
She's proved she's one of the boys. Let's give her the dare time.
I don't know.
What about Jade? Why isn't she?
How many promos are we going to get before we actually see Jade wrestle?
Well, did y'all not watch Jade Cargill's last match?
I'm sure it's on Dark.
There's a strong reason that they are not putting her on TV to wrestle.
Yeah.
Remember what we said about having a performance center?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think her and Shaq are training their butts off right now?
No.
They should be at least. They need to be at least. Because there's still talks of Shaq wrestling Big Show or Paul White. Sorry, Paul White on the promo.
Yeah, I'm still constantly hearing rumors of that being a thing.
I mean, we've been hearing that for how many years now?
Yeah.
This time it's coming. It's really happening this time.
Yeah.
I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
You know what I do care about though? You wanna know what I do care about? That fucking PBR commercial.
Oh yeah!
How fucking genius was that?
There was a PBR commercial.
Matt Cardona, Hornswoggle, Brian Myers. Oh, that was amazing.
There's a lot of people in it.
It was a lot.
Crazy sons of bitches pulled it off.
God.
And I didn't see not one Domino's ad.
No.
Tony Khan was on that shit. He was like, "Fuck Domino's." Called PBR. Was like, "How fast can y'all make a commercial?"
Tony Khan didn't have to call nobody. PBR was in Tony Khan's inbox the night of. They posted online. They posted their little PBR pizza cutter on Twitter and were like, "Hey, fuck you, Domino's. If you don't want to sponsor them, I will."
Yeah.
Absolutely.
What I think is wild about that commercial though is it was mostly Impact wrestlers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was all what it was all the
Tony Khan put a call. Tony Khan put a call through. He was like, "Scott, I need some people. I need bodies right now."
It was all the people
on
Matt Cardona's action figure YouTube channel. It was all the guys from that. That's what it was. So I'm pretty sure they got Matt Cardona and all of his production team to make that happen, which is nothing but him and a fucking camera, but whatever.
Well, I mean, I seen Brian Myers there.
Yeah, he's part of the whole Action Fig YouTube channel.
Is he still the internet champion?
I don't think so.
Don't matter.
Did he retire?
I know he still has it. I've seen it hanging on his wall. I've seen it.
I imagine it's probably up top.
So did we get? I got caught up in doing stuff for the podcast and making some overlays and stuff. I didn't get the chance to take any notes after that PBR commercial. What did we have after that? All I can remember after that was
Andrade fucked up our baby Fuego del Sol.
Oh yeah, how to get over as a heel, beat up the babiest of baby faces.
I guess that's
Oh
old or
man.
not.
Hey,
The story is old as time.
Is it? Hey, hold on. How is he there tonight? Isn't he dead? I don't know.
Look, dude, I'm not watching. I'm not watching the vlog to keep up with other stories, dude.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm just not doing. I'm just not doing that.
It's funny. I love them.
It's not
They're
happening.
good.
Oh yeah, and then
Rusev. Oh yeah, Adam Page had the confrontation with I don't know the fucking order. We had Adam Page confrontation with the Elite, and then
he called out the Elite.
Yeah,
Dark Order came out to act like they were gonna stop him from getting fucked up, and
so they got held back.
And Evil
Grayson and Evil Uno
with the leadership of kings, held back the Dark Order from interfering.
Evil Uno. Is that your dude?
Yeah,
Evil Uno's your dude. Fair enough.
Go look at my Instagram, all right? Tell me something.
But then the Elite Hunter Frankie Kazarian comes out and makes the save because I guess it wasn't really the save. He ended up getting fucked up too.
Yeah.
It's really not a bad.
Well, I like how he killed a couple and then spun around and didn't know who to hit.
So, to make it look like he did something.
Well, those big schmozzes, they're kind of confusing.
So we'll see where this goes. I really want to see Adam Page get his shot. You know my theory. You know my theory on the title.
What?
It's
They're
not
going to
keep
leave pressing pause on that dude.
It's not going to leave Kenny Omega's hands until after the video game comes out. He is going to be on the cover of the video game.
But what about the rest of the titles? Is the Elite just going to hold on to Impact Tag Team Champions and AEW Tag Team? Like, we're going to hold on to all the titles indefinitely? Or?
You're going to have to watch Impact Wrestling to find out.
Well, so they're gonna lose the AEW titles, tag team titles over there?
No, because I don't think they're the only promotion they're defending titles on RTV is like NWA. I don't think they've defended any Impact titles on AEW or vice versa.
Okay,
but actually, I think next week don't we get Dark Order versus Luke Gallows and Carl Machine Gun and Carl Anderson.
Yeah, Carl Anderson. Anderson.
Yeah.
For the Impact title belts. I think we're getting that next week on AEW television.
I thought they lost out. I thought they lost out,
but that was for the AEW titles.
Oh, okay.
And now they're calling them out for the Impact titles.
I thought it was like winner take all kind of.
Oh yeah, that's when they were doing the whole.
Basketball thing, and
they cut the net off.
You missed your shot. You missed your shot.
You missed your shot.
Dynamite, a night of symbolism.
A night of symbolism.
Yeah, what's up with Cutler?
I don't know. Look,
okay, hold on. I'll explain it because I watch BT and all that. So he did the whole stick of he's the good guy, the D&D guy. He's not a cheater with him and Peter Avalon, right?
Yep.
So now he's the stooge for the Elite because of
spraying that healing spray.
Because he got some contract or some shit, and they're like, all right, and Dark Order has some dirt on Brandon Cutler, so that he had to put him on BTE. Long story short, they're like, you're gonna have to start cheating. You're gonna have to like it. You're gonna have to act like you like cheating, so that's why he was all like, and I cheat now on the promo.
So, do you want to know what I think really happened with Brandon Cutler? Because you remember he was on the little fucking undefeated streak there for a while, right?
Yeah. Oh, I know. I know where you're going with this, and you're absolutely right.
And they put him up against Brian Cage, and then that whole shit. And then he was off TV for a while and all that. It's because because Jim Ross had said some shit on his podcast about how he doesn't agree with dudes all bunching up and shit. And then Brandon Cutler said, I'm gonna go out there tonight and I'm gonna bunch up and jump out there with my friends and shit. And Tony Khan looked at that shit and was like, you motherfucker. Put him in.
You're in timeout for 2 seasons.
He's just like, let me get the pencil out and you're out of there, buddy.
Yeah, because remember we debated on whether or not he was ever going to be on TV again.
How long is he going to go from 2 contract Cutler to no contract Cutler?
Right. And now, look, dude, so I can't stand the fucking face guard on anybody ever in the history of
But
wrestling.
I mean, it's great for the Stooge. It
Bruh.
plays so well on him.
I hate it.
But
And
you're supposed to hate it though.
I know it's doing its job really fucking well.
Really well. And the jumpsuit, man. I'm gonna have to start wearing my jumpsuits again. Damn it.
I want to see this.
Hey man, hey, look.
Brady's got this banging ass velour jumpsuit, my dude.
Now wait a minute. No, I have seen that one. Never mind. Yes, the thing is amazing.
Wait until you fucking put on some velour and then tell me that shit, because that's the most comfortable.
No,
I mean, on the cool, there's nothing like it.
It's
nice. Not as good as your King Yemma suit, but
hey, look,
I digress.
I asked Sammy Guevara if I should go to Fighter Fest 2 in my King Yemma cosplay. I got no response, so I didn't do it. But anyway,
fuck him, do it.
Neither here nor there. Back to tonight's episode. So after all that, we got Miro versus
No, the dude from American Top, the dude from American Top Team called
out.
And
he's bringing back up.
And he's bringing back up from American Top
Team.
Dan.
Oh, that guy that got slammed by
the owner of
by Murder Hawk.
He's the owner of American Top Team. Yes.
Whatever that is.
And he's bringing back up, which is fighters in UFC. So it'll most likely be probably Amanda Nunes and Jorge Masvidal, maybe Poirier.
All right, Robert, hold on. Out of American Top Team, you're telling me that those are the cats that they're going to bring to a professional wrestling ring?
Hey, Amanda Nunes, I wouldn't fight that chick.
No, I mean, no. Fuck no. No.
I'm pretty sure she can knock out probably even Murder Hawk. That is the baddest woman on the planet yet.
She's a bad motherfucker. But I'm just saying, like, as far as, I don't know, dude, like,
I can't think of some of the heavyweights from American Top Team. I imagine they do got some heavyweights.
Okay. Neither here nor there. Who do we have on AEW's team that we can legitimately see against a trained, professional MMA fighter? Besides Thunder Rosa.
Well, I mean, obviously they're going to go after Murder Hawk, so he'll have to be one of them.
If he's here, he's going to Japan.
I mean, are we talking about legitimate tough guys in AEW?
Yeah.
Jericho?
Shut your mouth! Shut your mouth! That old pudgy bastard. Yeah, he is doing pretty good.
Yeah, Jake Hager. Yeah.
Wait, what if they wait till CM Punk comes in? They're like, "Oh, you guys, we got CM Punk. I'm gonna laugh so hard because he got his ass beat." Like, what is this?
Hold the fuck on. Is CM Punk training with American Top Team?
No, he was training up in Milwaukee with like Anthony Pettis.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because that would have been a weird way to bring him in.
That would be a weird way to bring him in.
Look at this circle I made. Look at this circle.
Yeah, y'all aren't bringing him in as an MMA fighter, are y'all? Because that's terrible.
That's a horrible idea.
He's just gotten whooped real bad. So,
I mean,
no,
Jake Hager would be licking his chops for that. I mean, definitely.
So I guess next we got the Cody Rhodes. Oh no, we still haven't talked about Miro
versus
no.
Miro and Lee Johnson.
Miro killed a Big Shotty.
Big Shotty killed himself last week. What are you talking about?
Oh boy, that was bad.
Oh, I don't know how he's walking.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, man.
When he landed on his fucking dome, right?
And what's funny is that he had a dark match after that they filmed that was on Dark, yesterday. So obviously he was fine after that because he was able to wrestle another match.
They've never made people wrestle with injuries. What are you talking about?
Never.
Yeah, never. They've never done anything.
Britt Baker's about to wrestle with a broke wrist, but that's because he just came off an injury, can't afford another one.
Well,
PC, man. Performance center.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, absolutely.
The girlfriend from Adam Cole would know how to wrestle.
I mean, she is bigger than him.
She's a dentist. She's a dentist. Why does anybody think that she can wrestle? Because she's been a dentist for a while now. You know what she wasn't for a while now?
Ding, 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 ding. Tell him what he won, Bob.
So I'm just saying, like.
So who do we legitimately could think of that could take the belt off of Miro? I mean, they're playing Miro out to be the god of wrestling and the savior.
The TNT Championship. Who do I think?
Yeah.
That they should. Brian Cage.
Yes. So I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Get out of this little shit with Team Taz. Kill Powerhouse Hobbs or Ricky Starks.
We don't know how. Hey, stop. We don't know when Hobbs is coming back. He just lost his mother. All thoughts go out to him and his family. Yeah, so I think that's why he hasn't been around right now. But anyways,
you know what I mean. But like that's what I'm saying is, get that whole Team Taz shit out of the way, right? And get Brian Cage out there. Solo.
Let them go their separate ways.
Yeah, and let him. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah.
It'll do everybody. It'll do everybody good. Cage and Ricky.
I mean, I don't see anybody else good enough to take out Miro. There's not a monster in the league.
Not yet. Not yet.
I mean, historically, wrestling's built on David and Goliath type of situations. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter who you think.
Speaking of monsters, here in about 87 days, there'll be a monster that'll be able to sign with AEW.
Please no.
Yeah.
He would be able to take Miro out.
I mean, honestly, either two people. I think two people should be in the run for the TNT Championship next. And I think one of them is Brian Cage, and I think the other one is Jungle Boy. And that's what I think. I think they should also...
That'd definitely be David and Goliath. That would definitely be.
And the faster AEW releases Luchasaurus, the faster it'll be for it. The better it'll be for it.
I had so much high hopes for Luchasaurus when this all started.
No, bro.
I was so excited for a wrestling dinosaur.
Yeah.
At first, him and Jungle Boy were good tag team.
And then it just kind of...
Yes.
Well, so at first, Luchasaurus wasn't really doing a lot.
Right.
You know, he was just kind of.
He would sit there. He would get tagged in and kind of do the typical,
Well, we're talking about
tag to the big guy.
Yeah.
That big slow spin kick.
Slow. You got all day to dodge that thing.
Yeah, dude. It's just. And like I've gone back now and I've watched a few of his matches over and shit, and I'm just like, man, like why? That sucks that y'all stuck Jungle Boy with him, like from the fucking jump, without watching him more and being like, wow, you can't do this.
You need to stay on Dark. In our developmental league.
Yeah,
I mean, hey, we need fucking big guys on Dark, man. With Rampage coming. And you got Dynamite, you got Dark Elevation. That's 4 programs that are over an hour. At least the YouTube programs are an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then you got the 2-hour promotions on national TV. That's 4 programs that you got to fill with content. So
you can't push everybody to the moon. You've got to build a mid card somewhere in there.
You gotta have the minions, and if you stay a minion your entire life in the industry, then that's just what you do.
I mean,
there's quote unquote Hall of Famers that built their careers on being a
minion.
What would you say their mid card is?
As far as titles, or just the roster, like people that should be mid carders?
Well, I mean, it's probably easier to say who's the stars,
What the fuck do you mean? That's I don't know. So look, dude, is everybody in the Pinnacle main event level?
No.
Is everybody in the Inner Circle main event level?
No.
Right. No. Okay, so that's what I'm saying is
not everybody.
Half of those factions are basically mid to low card.
With maybe one.
Don't you even fucking sit here and tell me that goddamn Wardlow is a mid-carder.
No,
because he's not. That dude is terrible.
Yes.
hard to watch. You know what I mean?
Stiff. Yeah.
He's just not. He doesn't move good. There's no timing. There's no. It's just.
Yes.
I'm scared for whoever's in that new finisher. He's gonna hurt
Oh,
somebody.
his
And they just keep
his
letting him do
his
it.
F10.
Yeah.
No, the fucking
No,
off the turnbuckle where
knee
he
off the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, yeah, you're absolutely right. Sorry, I forgot about that one. Yeah.
That thing is terrible to look at. Like every time he does it, I'm like, oh shit, they're dead. They're dead. The first time he did it, I'm like, no, that guy's dead.
You've got to, as Tony Khan as management needs to. There's certain moves that they need to ban.
No.
Yeah.
For just
No.
Look,
There
they're
should
not
be no
gonna
ban. There should just have a common knowledge of we shouldn't do these moves.
Well, I mean,
I want to say ban.
somebody
Let's
should
say
be-
ban.
Pull them off, not
Yeah.
just throw the man down. I mean, it's rough.
Well,
rough to
I
watch.
mean, because like half the women's roster be out there trying to do pile drivers and shit. Kristen Statlander tried to do like a running, jumping pile driver and stepped on old girl's hair and almost killed her.
Yeah.
I was like, oh god, oh no, oh, is she moving? She's not moving.
Oh hey.
Oh man, it was bad.
No, that was on
Real
dark.
bad.
That was on dark.
It was probably on dark.
Well, I thought of a match. I was like, "Hey, we missed this match," but no, that was a dark match I watched earlier.
Oh yeah.
No,
But,
so
I mean,
after. Oh, sorry.
it was Bunny and Layla Hirsch.
Oh yeah, Buddy and Layla Hirsch, yeah, and then we got the man. So all the interesting people in the crowd that match.
Come in.
Yeah.
UA women
Yeah.
champion. I'm upset about it, and I
Called it.
yeah, you did. You did call it
months ago, but
and
still.
I'm mad about it. I'm mad about it.
You got. I mean, can't blame her.
No,
You gotta work.
No, yeah. I mean, I don't look.
You got
dude,
put on
I
national
mean,
TV. Well,
money making opportunities. I ain't gonna shit on anybody about no
Absolutely.
money making. You know what I mean? Like, make your cheddar. Take care of your chickens.
It is a business. Yeah.
Yeah. And you gotta build your brand and create your brand. So I get it.
Absolutely.
It's just like I was saying before that I don't like it when another promotion's championship is being fought in another ring. Like, to me, it just waters it.
It diminishes it.
Yeah, it diminishes the legitimacy of the promotion that the championship's from. Like,
especially the way that AEW handled the NWA title before, because everybody that came over, they just lost.
Right. We all know
Some of them kind of close, but lost.
Yeah. And like, we all know that NWA has been a struggling promotion or defunct or just dead for years, decades now, right? But
I had high hopes right before the whole pandemic when they were doing the YouTube thing. I was enjoying that.
Still not dead.
I mean, I fell in love
coming
with
back.
certain wrestlers because of that program.
And I mean, I don't know. It's just, I've always been a fan, like, just going back through wrestling history and shit. I'm a big fan of NWA and all the stuff that they've done throughout, you know what I mean? Even in the rough years when they were kind of, with other promotions and shit.
Yeah.
But so it just sucks to see what it's become and see that they're having to break down and wrestle on another promotion and shit just to get views and stuff.
So do you think, because who's she balleting for or was balleting for?
Nick Aldis. Do I think Nick Aldis will show up?
We've debated about this before.
Do I think Nick Aldis will show up? I don't know, man. You know what, dude? With this, with Ric Flair getting this release and all that, and there's been whispers about him returning to NWA. And if he does, dude, that's a needle mover right there, at least for the hardcore fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Rick needs money though.
Billy Corgan ain't got that much money.
I don't really think Ric Flair needs that much money.
From what I've heard, man, he's blown. I mean, on his documentaries and his ESPN 30 for 30, he
Yeah,
talks about just how much money he's blown.
Yeah, I mean, but that was
and all that.
He still talks about.
I mean, if he was that hurt for money, I don't think he would be asking for his release. Ric Flair don't like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I still see them doing some sort of like manager
4 Horsemen thing. That'd be cool.
They can't call it that, but
I know, but I mean, I think it would be awesome. Like, I think it would be pretty legit. They could have most of them.
I mean, it wasn't Sting a
of one
horseman for like a week,
Yeah.
so Sting could count as a former horseman.
Chris Benoit was a horseman.
So what would it be like? Faction versus faction versus faction, all led by different members of the Horsemen.
That's already what's happening. Just minus.
That's exactly what I said.
Yeah.
Just minus a horseman.
You just bring him in.
Yeah.
Oh, and Chris Benoit had one of my favorite horseman sayings. He said, "We will make you throw up the sign, even if we have to tear your thumb off to do it."
Oh shit!
That's awesome.
I guess after that was the main event, right?
Main event.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Somebody called it.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad that they did it like I hoped they would. I really wanted. That's exactly what I wanted. I wanted him to bury Cody Rhodes, and that's exactly what happened. And I am pleased as punch with it because they couldn't have done it better.
No.
And we also talked about how he would look on his ring entrance.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. No, I dig
that was awesome.
I dig the new entrance gear. I like that mask. That mask is dope.
Yeah. It is.
And he had the kind of Raven feel sitting in the corner with his hood on still, just like pissed off at the world, like, fuck your entrance.
Right.
Awesome.
Right.
Yeah, I thought it was really good.
I mean, it was just all well put together. It was a good match, and it ended well, you know. It's it ended swiftly.
Yes.
6 minutes.
And then
6 minutes.
And then he got 1 foot out the door.
Yeah, then Cody started trying to retire and shit.
Yeah.
Took 1 boot off, got 1 foot out the door.
With his purple socks.
I mean, who's really buying that Cody Rhodes going to retire right now? How are you going to retire before your older brother?
Yeah.
Nowadays in sports and sports entertainment or whatever, wrestling, any sport, retirement's not permanent. Look how many guys come back from retirement.
Yeah. No.
So he's going to go spend time with his baby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job.
Not yet. He's got a little bit more to go.
Yeah. He's got years of burials left in him. Like, don't stand for a second.
Yeah, he does.
He tried to retire, but Malachi Black said no.
Yeah, and I mean, I hope so. Obviously, now because he came out and cracked him in the back with that toddler
Toddler.
Who brought the toddler crutch?
Little tiny crutch, but I can't believe they handed that to Cody and he tried to be like, he was like,
"What is this?"
I just like how they got down there and interviewing him with the Conor McGregor type. That was
like
beautiful.
How Tony Schiavone is Joe Rogan.
Fucking Tony Schiavone's gonna get that interview.
And Cody's limping around on the wrong leg. That was awesome.
Yeah, Cody's selling the wrong leg, and then he realized it halfway through his promo.
So he started
oh fuck,
limping on both legs. Yeah. I can't remember. Fuck it. We'll just go with both. He kicked me too hard in the head.
He kicked me really hard. It made both my legs hurt.
It's not my leg that's hurt. It's my ass bone from that table.
Yeah, right. Like, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just tired of Cody. I'm glad. Look, dude. I hope fucking Malachi Black kills him again next week. And the week after that, until Cody Rhodes does finally be like, "Look, I'm done, for real this time. See y'all in a few months." Yeah.
Make it an annual event of him just getting murdered by Black.
Yeah.
Yes. A whole bunch.
It's
of
August. You know what that means? Yeah. Time for Cody to die.
Time for Cody to come back, get slaughtered. Yeah.
So.
Get them cheeks clapped.
Yeah. You're paying for all that pyro and blood, son.
Yeah.
You gotta make the money somehow.
Yeah. I mean, honestly.
Absolutely.
So go ahead.
So, what did y'all think of the whole episode of Dynamite tonight?
Good.
They've been solid. They've been solid for weeks now, man. And this is no different.
Out of all the episodes that we've had with the labors of Jericho, this was probably the weakest, I would say.
Well, this was the weakest labor, I will say.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm saying every episode also, not just counting his labor, but I'm saying the whole episodes. For the past 4 weeks, this week and the past 3.
Yeah.
I would say this is probably the worst. But that's still it's not bad.
I would say it was the match was booked good. I mean, I thought it could have that match could have went way fucking better, but it is what it is.
The way they were building it.
I'm not excited for next week. I'm not excited for next week's Jericho match.
No. I literally put in my notes, Wardlo let down.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
They were building, and then it's
because I was really looking forward to seeing who number 4 was going to be. It's like, oh man, they surprised us with this, and then they surprised us with who it is.
Yeah.
Now it's like, really?
Now it's Wardlo.
No more surprises. No more surprises.
I'm pretty sure if we do an online survey, most people are going to be like, I'm not looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Right. And I mean, I guess looking back on the show, I can be like, it was fairly good. But when I look at my notes, that's not what it says. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shitty shit in there. But I mean, this show ran a lot smoother. I think it's
pack it together in a nice little shit ball.
Yeah.
Yep.
But no, it was good.
So in closing, and I got a question for everybody. I want to get all y'all's answers one by one. Out of all the potential new signings coming that are in talks right now, who are you most excited about? Needles?
Man, who am I most excited about getting signed? That's a current free agent out there.
That's it. That there's talks about already.
That's gonna get signed to AEW.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, I'm excited for the potential of Bryan Danielson. That's about it. I don't give a shit about the rest.
Right on. Robert?
Let's say bring in Brock Lesnar.
Shit.
Yeah, I want to say Ruby Soho just because of how much she would do for the women's division.
Yeah.
I think she would really be immediately just a spark for that whole deal because there's potential there, but she would definitely push it forward. So that's my answer.
What about you, Joseph?
I'm the same way with Ruby because, she can help that division not push it over, but I mean it's an improvement of what they already have, and she can work with some of them. So give them a little push. So she dropped. They dropped the ball on her.
Oh,
what's sad is most people don't realize, man, most of her career with that other company, she was wrestling with 2 blown out shoulders. They finally did her surgery.
Yeah.
She comes back, looks phenomenal, and they're like, okay, well, fine.
Bye. Yeah. Bunch of cuts.
Finally got to see what her potential, her lip, you know what I mean? I want to see that because I've always been a fan. So
I think I'm most excited to see CM Punk. Not because I'm really
gonna say that.
Wait. But not for the reason. But not for the reasons you think. I want to see him come in because I'm tired of the speculation. I'm tired of every time somebody says anything about a new star. They're like, "Is it CM Punk? Is it CM Punk? Is it? Finally, we'll have to deal with that anymore."
What's the exact date they're going to Chicago?
August 20th, I think.
And that's got to be when we're going to get them.
I mean, all signs point to that date.
Yeah,
I was thinking potentially if MJF wasn't the 5th trial of Jericho, that CM Punk would have been a good 5th trial. Just bring back that whole best in the world angle with him and Jericho. But since MJF said he's the 5th trial, that kind of slates that. So, anyways.
Well, let us know in the comments below who you think is going to be the most hyped addition to AEW. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And for me and everybody else here, thank you for watching, and I hope y'all have a wonderful week.
Check 'em off like a wish list. You fighting a titan. I got a bullet in the chamber just ready to strike 'em. Check 'em off like a wish list. You fighting a titan. Yeah. I got a bullet in the chamber just ready to strike 'em.
If I told him once, I told him enough. I'm out for heads, there's no discussion, not a game nor a bluff. Yo, I would go insane just to make a point and leave him stuck. And the point of the matter is that all these niggas is butt. Do the water backsplash, funky mouth ass niggas that still talking shit. Back cause I ain't hung up my mic and called it quits while they slept. I was up through the night, plotting to get rich. No black forces, not hitting no licks. What? Cause niggas fold like steel chairs. Amped up that drip in they neck, got them yelling like Ric Flair. Please beware this mighty boot to the chest, leave him gasping for air. No Vader, but I'm here to bomb shit like Big Van Vader, but black. Fuck around and put motherfuckers' heads in the bag like I was slack. Cause these stupid motherfuckers really don't get the message. This the best little wrestling podcast in Texas, motherfuckers.
Check 'em off like a wish.